I looked up in the stars one day, sighed to myself, and contemplated hard to where my life was going. I knew that without a purpose in life, I might as well go and sign up to be ground into cat food. Then, a spark of genius. It's time I became a nobleman in Empire. After enlisting in their army, I very quickly found out that the very best way to get ahead in life and army was to deliver our Empress's porn, starring almost exclusively by Aslan, with few exceptions that had Torval in them. Eventually, that's how I became a noble duke and received access to the cutter. Gods bless the Empire! The pride and joy that comes with intense slavery, pimping and narcotics dealing is the majestic and superbly erect Imperial cutter. Currently the heaviest, largest, most expensive, and possibly the smoothest ship in the game. Cutter truly is like that super fabulous looking gay guy arriving at any party. You just know that at some point you will bump into him. And either you'll get slapped silly or get fucked roughly. Nonetheless, Empire, or rather Gutemaya, like an overprotective parent, decided to sell his pride and joy to only the most richest and disgusting noblemen that come a callin', aka the people that not only chose to grind day on and day out, but also hired industrial grade power tools for the task. Anyways, with the 209 mil price tag and the ludicrous mandatory rank in Empire, this ship better not only be fucking good, but also have a free dopamine injectors in pilot's seat. Cause if you have this ship, you most likely either sold half of your organs or your firstborn child. Now then, starting with the looks, and well, fuck me raw with a razor-covered butt plug. The cutter is the most massive thing in the whole game and loves to show off even if you want to just take a dump. Everyone will notice you. You can think of the ship as an Amazon. Tall, buff, and ready to crush you when you do the snoo-snoo, which it will. Seriously though, that's my type. Oh yes. Okay, on a little more serious side, throughout this review, I thought I would need constantly to have a small ship for scale, just like blonde women are used for scale in action movies. But then, I remembered that I'm too lazy. Besides, it would ruin the basking. When you think about what this ship is, really the conclusion most of us come to would be a term, the Compensator 3000. This ship's so massive, I'm rather surprised that it can still be classified as a large ship. Unfortunately, because we don't have the space legs, it's really hard to realize just how massive this thing even is supposed to be, which probably is the biggest injustice done by the game to itself. Still, the design of the ship is one of the most pleasant ones to look at, unlike with the Clipper that has the weird Neanderthal forehead or Courier's banana nose. Cutter employs all the right parts from all the bask-worthy ships. The profile from the top, bottom, both sides, front or back, all are really good. Then add a glass-looking side panel thingy and you have a magnificent-looking pimp machine. I mean, bask-mobile. When it comes to spaceship design, if TheYamiks has the practical side, then Gutemaya surely has the tricked-out, fine-tuned side of the design taken care of. And coming from Clipper, I'm glad that they pumped the damn thing full of roids. So now its scrawny legs, that is landing gear, looks like proper things. Remember, young little couriers, never skip a leg day. For example, early planes looked rather bulky, but over time, with improvements and style, they gained nice curves and uniform design. And as you look at planes today, they do resemble the way Gutemaya builds their ships. So there might be that real-life reference. That is, if it was meant to be like it. I mean, I might be just talking out of my anus right now. And they've really never spent so much thought on the design as I'm describing, which, when you look at some ships in the game, could very well be the case. But okay, once you manage to get the ship and wiggle your pimply butt in the fabulous Gutemaya seats, even your pus-filled pimples will be comfortable. Seriously, to this day I don't understand why Gutemaya is the only manufacturer with different seats, but whatever. If you know, let me know. But okay, moving on. When it comes to visibility, I'd say it's probably the worst of the big three ships. Still, it has quite a nice clean view, making me wonder why Lakon, the damn I-beam loving pricks, can't take an example from these ships at least once. Still, the interior, at least from the pilot's point of view, it seems smaller than it actually is. The same thing that you can observe in Corvette. And yet, just like with Cutter's Cockpit, both are glorious and will make you moist in all the right spots on the first glance. Speaking of which... Still, I recall my first time boarding the Clipper, and I must say that memory kinda ruins my cutter bask experience a little. Though unlike with Clipper that has a huge love pit, with cutter you can justify the vast unused space as being a part of that large ship thing. But even now, there's one thing that bugs me about this ship and Kutemaya in general. I think they are with some special needs as they seem to forget that the right side to pilot from is the left one. Seriously. Still, just like with any high-class hooker, if it doesn't perform, you might as well leave it in the ditch. So how's Cutter in this regard? Well, putting all the visual masturbatory material aside, ever since I learned about the fact that you can get 10,000 shields on this ship, it has been my main ship of choice for combat, as this single fact makes me so fucking hard I think I can use my penis for a hammer! Yeah! I'm ramming not only stations, but planets with full speed now! Seriously, I've always been a shield fanatic in any game, and because not only the ship has the biggest shields in the game, but also can reach some ludicrous levels, I get excited for real. Not like the fake excited when devs talk about this game. Seriously, you fucks, learn some different words already.
Exciting stuff. Exciting feature. Really exciting. I just excited to fill that up. Super exciting. Very exciting. Really exciting. Very exciting place. More exciting.
They say excited so much you'd think they are Viagra salesmen. Anyways, back to the real E-penis measurements, and as it happens, Cutter boasts the biggest cargo bay of all the ships, so that makes the ship with the biggest cunt instead. I still love them Amazons. But seriously, almost 800 tons of maximum cargo. Yeah, at the time of making, Type 10 still hasn't come out, but I have a suspicion that it's gonna be a tall order for Lycan to beat this. As for other sensitive areas of this beauty, well, as a surprise to everyone, this is both the heaviest ship in the game and the fastest of the big three. Seriously, this thing packs some serious thrust! Don't believe me? Well, here's some math done by Reddit user DogBirdDog. Going from standstill, with boost, in about 3 seconds you reach the maximum speed, and in that time, you produce 8 times as much power as a Saturn V rocket. Also, while boosting, apparently it generates 13 Gs. Seriously, this is fucking insane! Also, if you care to read up on this, there'll be a link in the description. Still, all that comes at a cost. See, Cutter is also the second worst turning ship in the game. In fact, its pitch speed is beat by a fucking Type 9. Additionally, Cutter also has the least armor, DPS, and power distributor of the big three, so combat-wise, this kinda is the worst. Well, unless you love to take it rough with prophylactics on. That is, shields. Of course, the fighter bay is always nice and the jump range is somewhere in the middle, so basically this ship passes any and all tests for STDs and multipurpose ships. When it comes to sound, I guess I was spoiled again by the Clipper, but really, it's a good noise that the ship makes, which separates it from the others. Still, Clipper is and will be my favorite in the audio department. Seriously, the first time I heard it, I damn near ripped my pants open. And to a smaller degree, same happened with the Cutter. So in the end, I bet that someone noticed me saying that Cutter is the biggest ship in the game, which by some accounts is not true. Beluga is. But see, Beluga, or South Kruger in this case, decided to cheat and just add bunch of ship extenders, also known as fins and or wings. Never mind the manufacturer cockslap fights. The Cutter as a ship is ready for a rough night and will take all the tools, toys, or cargo that you want to give it. It has the space, face, and grace that you could ever want. For me, well, I was always looking for a ship that would allow me to be rough with it, and as some of you might know, my landings these days are very much the most mesmerizing things to witness. And also I needed a ship in which I could just sit and, you know, which is why I named my Cutter the Wank Tank. When it comes to sound, again, I guess I just got spoiled. Yes, of course I was spoiled. This is the best thing. Oh, come on. Oh, one of the joys of having a joystick. Yep. And this is how quality content is being made. Oh god damn it, I can do this all day. Oh yeah. Also the most fun you can have with a cutter. Oh my.